Hello, my name is Marcus Chavez and I'm with IFARA TV. Today we will be cablecasting segments of the press conferences that were held during the 22nd CROI, which is the annual conference on retroviruses and opportunistic infections, which took place in Seattle, Washington this year. This segment will be presented by Adrian Smith, who is with the Nulfield Department of Population Health in the UK. Adrian talks about the incidence and risk factors of rape in MSM in coastal Kenya.
Yeah. Hi. As Harold intimated, we presented data from the ERV Kemery cohort studies that you may be aware of from other publications. We presented data on sexual assault and HIV incidence from 10 years of follow-up of over 1,000 men who have sex with men and female sex workers who were living in the local area. And this is based in the coast of Kenya near to Mombasa. In Kenya, these key populations are well known to be vulnerable within the HIV epidemics, but service responses are characteristically very challenging to organize because of criminalization of same-sex behaviors and sex work. To summarize, we found that amongst MSM, there was a very similar incidence of rape to female sex workers in exactly the same context. So we found that 3.7% of men per year reported rape compared to 4.7% per year amongst female sex workers. And that wasn't a statistically significant difference. The incidence of physical assault and verbal abuse was considerably higher again, but was measured over a slightly different interval. Most perpetrators of rape were individuals that were known to the victim of the assault. However, MSM were significantly more likely to report assault by an unknown member of the public who they hadn't come across as a sex partner before. So moving on, we looked at the risk factors for rape occurrence and found that young MSM were at higher risk of rape, as were MSM who were offering sex work services, participating in groups of sex, or reporting exclusively male sexual partners. However, we aren't sure whether those associations reflect the conditions under which rape occurred, or whether they were associated in some other fashion by virtue of increasing the risk of rape occurrence. And that what is one of the major limitations of this study is that we have no information at all on the events, the rape events that we're reporting. So these first data then, I think the take-home message is that the incidence of rape in MSM in Kenya needs some response in terms of the provision of holistic post-rape care. Kenya has a very progressive response to intimate partner violence and the need for post-rape services amongst women. We genuinely don't know whether or not those services are accessible to MSM simply because many of the services for HIV prevention are very difficult for MSM to find that they can access independently. And we anticipate further research that is more inclusive of local LGBTI and sex work groups in trying to work on quite what the configuration of the services should be for moving forwards on this really very, very difficult topic. Thank you.